Hi. Now we've got a list of 8 best bang for your buck fragrances, and I'm doing a list video because I want the views. So please view this. Here's the rules with this one. Now this video is not about cheap fragrances, not about inexpensive fragrances either. It's about fragrances that give you the most bang for your buck. Basically, it's the combination of scent, quality, and packaging. And yes, packaging is important, and if you don't think it's important, then I suggest you read some books about behavioral psychology. And of course, performance. Oh yeah, and of course it can't be discontinued, duh. Okay, first fragrance is Insurrection 2 Wild. Some say it smells like Mugler's Pure Havane. Some might even say there's a similarity to Xerjov's Naxos. I say, who cares? It smells nice. It smells like it's worth more than $30 anyway. It's a honeyed tobacco with vanilla and spices, and it's packaged rather beautifully, I must say. And the performance is above average, so try to get your nose on that one. Now I have to put this next one in here because it would be a crime not to. And now, this is not a mass appealing scent by any stretch of the imagination. I get kind of peeved when fragrance reviewers kind of always tout it as some kind of cheap hidden gem, right? But I'm warning you now, you either love this scent or you hate this scent, or you're both at different points in time, because I certainly am like that. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. Now I'm talking about Lalique's Encre Noire à la Extrême. Now I like this one better than the original because it's smokier. Picture winter in an old growth forest. There's wood burning, it's been raining, it's dusk, and you're in this scene reading a book. That's what this smells like, and it's definitely worth more than $50, that's for sure. Next up, number 3 on the list is Armaf's Trenwy. Yes, the clone of Creed's Green Irish Tweed. Now, I might get shot for saying this, but I find this easier to wear than Green Irish Tweed. And also, a slight thing about this is that Green Irish Tweed is around $400 and Trenwy is like $30. Now, they don't smell identical, duh, that's pretty obvious, but Trenwy smells great on its own. And if you do the maths, even if it smells 50% similar to Green Irish Tweed, then technically it should be $200, right? That's science, isn't it? Truth of the matter is, this scent makes me happy. The lemon verbena is really uplifting. But one word of warning, don't overspray this because it somehow tends to get a really weird smell when you overspray it. But if you do get the sprays on a moderate level, then you do get the right smell. And when you get to the dry down, that's when the magic happens, because the dry down on Trenwy is actually amazeballs. I can't believe I just said amazeballs. Am I a TikTok now? Gucci's Intense Oud is number 4. Yes, a little bit pricier than the previous ones I've mentioned so far in this list, but it's actually a huge bang for your buck fragrance. The scent itself is awesome. It's smoky, it's woody, it's resinous, it's all the nice dark things that I like. And the performance is enormous. Now, yes, there are other fragrances who have much more enormous performance than this does. But here's the thing about sillage and longevity. I'll tell you a little secret. Come close, come close. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a pro tip. 24-hour longevity is too long. Hell, even 12 hours is too long. For deep, dark, and resinous and heavy fragrances, anything past 8 hours is gonna make you sick. And it's already too much. And for a summer fragrance, anything past 6 hours is fantastic. Gucci's Intense Oud is actually intense. It does what it says on the bottle. Rumor has it that it's been reformulated. I haven't smelled the new one, so buyer beware. Oh, and I know it's $300 for a 90ml bottle, but here's the thing with that. Thing is that it smells very similar to Black Afghano by Nasomato, which is $200 for a 30ml bottle, which means that the Gucci is half the price of the Nasomato for an almost equally as good and well-performing scent. Though I must admit, I do like those Nasomato bottles better than the Gucci one. From one intense to the other, number 5 in this list is Prada's Amber Oud Intense. One of the really nice patchouli scents that I've put my nose to. Quick note about patchouli. I want to eat chocolate cake. But I don't want to smell like chocolate cake. So I like the fact that the patchouli in this one is freshened up a little bit by the bergamot in the opening, but more resinous and earthy in the dry down, thanks to the myrrh, I think. And I personally love that the vanilla in this thing doesn't steal the show. It only provides some sweetness to that earthy and resinous patch. Yes, it's around $140 to $150 for a bottle. But if this thing had a niche brand slapped on it, it would easily be 2 or 3 times more than that. And you would happily pay that much and praise it as a masterpiece, because you are fallible. Number 6 on this list is Dior's Fahrenheit Parfum. Boozy rum, bourbon, vanillic violet, performs like a beast, but a tame beast. A beast that's been to a high-end hairdresser. This is one of those ones that keep you smelling yourself throughout the day, because it stays on you all day. It smells more than double what it should. And the quality here is very high. I can't recommend this enough. Number 7 is Garland Oud. It's so easy, breezy, beautiful. Am I gonna get sued now? Because I'm worth it? It's mojitos in the sun whilst wearing a linen shirt. Now, I have the older style bottle as pictured here, but they've kind of changed it and they've put it in the generic Garland bottles now, and I think they've kind of also changed the formula, but the ones in the new bottles should be fairly similar. And I believe that this fragrance punches well above its weight. And strangely, for a summertime fragrance, if you spray this on clothes, that mint and rum hang around quite a long time. The thing is, you're not gonna find such a nice, natural smelling and transparent smelling fragrance unless you go to niche country. So this is a huge bang for buck summertime fragrance. Okay, we're at number 8, the last one. The last bang for your buck fragrance. So I guess I better make it a good one, yeah? Or should I just be a foregone conclusion and pull out Bentley for Men Intense? Well, the last one is Armani Club de Nuit Intense Woman. I've told you previously, and I'll tell you again, I don't like rose. And I don't like rose in fragrances, especially when they're the dominant note, and even more especially when they're a jammy sweet rose. But sometimes, just sometimes, I want to be all dark and gothic and hang around in abandoned cathedrals, lamenting a life that never was, feeding into a snowballing sadness, whilst still hopeful that one day I will, by the dexterity of my own hand and the ingenuity of my sullen boredom, prevail against all obstacles placed in my way within this system to which I am both fighting against and yet still reliant on for my existence. Yeah, it's a nice smell. Thanks for watching.
You